Nigeria's rapidly growing population has faced a multidimensional loss of livelihoods and food insecurity after 34 of the country's 36 states were devastated by floods and heavier than expected rainfall in 2022.
Now, more than 600 people are known to have died in Nigeria as a result of severe flooding and meteor.
The floods also damaged homes and social infrastructure, as well as destroying farmland and displacing people from their communities. The extent of the damage reduced access to food and intensified food insecurity, hunger, and entrenched poverty. More than 2 million people fled or were evacuated from high-risk areas, carrying only the belongings they could take with them and finding themselves in extremely poor conditions without sufficient safety. These conditions exposed already vulnerable populations to heightened protection risks, increased lack of basic livelihoods, and market supply disruptions. SOS Children's Villages, a global non-profit working to ensure that children and young people without parental care or at risk of losing parental care grow up with the support they need to become their strongest selves, is committed to supporting some affected communities to recover from the devastating effect of the incident. As part of efforts to support children and families affected by the flood, SOS Children's Villages is implementing the Humanitarian Action for Flood-Affected Families project in Edo and Lagos States.
The Humanitarian Action for Flood-Affected Families in Edo State, the aim is to identify and support families who were adversely affected by the 2022 flood incidents that we had in the country. The aim is to strengthen these families, empower them, and help them, bounce back from the adverse effects of the flood.
And we actually do appreciate what the SOS Children Villages has been doing in our state, particularly for those victims of the flood incident we had last year, who are beneficiaries of these conditional and unconditional cash transfers, because the livelihoods of these various communities, the households in these various communities will be better for it.
The effect was so much devastating during the flood. So many households were displaced, and some didn't even have a place to stay, to the extent that some came out to stay in our IDP camp. And with this relief, this intervention from SOS Children's Village, it will go a long way to bring them back to life.
In Edo State, the project is supporting 290 households with conditional cash transfers of 200,000 naira to 229 households each, while 61 households will be supported with unconditional cash transfers of 60,000 naira each.
The flood project, when flood affected Nigeria, some states in Nigeria last year, we made an appeal for some persons to support us to alleviate the suffering of people affected by flood. We are supporting 2 states, Edo State and Lagos States. And in Edo State, we are supporting about 11 communities in Isako East Local Government and Isako Central Local Government.
The project participants in Edo State were drawn from Udaba, Osomegbe, and Anegbete communities in Isako Central Local Government area, while community members from Agboyi-Ketu Waterside and Igewu in Isako East Local Government area also benefited from the project. The cash-based intervention is supporting worst-hit families to cater for their shelter, food, and wash needs.
The benefit that I have today, I was very surprised and shocked. I did not even believe I would get this type of money, believe it or not, to start up my business back, because everything, I don't have anything doing up till now. But miraculously, God has just made a miracle. This is miracle to me.
I'm so much happy for this money when they carry God sick. Because as the flood come, we can carry everybody, we lose hope. We don't even know what to do. We carry disease, we carry infection, we carry many things. All our children, sickness. No hope. To even buy food, man, a problem. To work out to go buy something, man, a problem to us. We don't even get hope. But suddenly we can't see this hope on where we no expect. As I'm talking to you, so now mother's idea, my house collapsed before. My bed, they break, many things from my house, they spoil.
During the flooding, a lot of our properties were damaged. Like our principal, the job man, I have 3 wives. Fishing is part of our activities and we do business, petty trading. We have mining, milling machines that the water destroyed. You can see that building over there collapsed. Other ones everywhere collapsed, you can see them. In fact, it caused a lot of atrocity.
All my farm destroyed. Even my reading house is full. Your people see them. So we tell God now the way they can help us now. So we can manage what they give us now to make sure we raise our business up.
So last year I farmed. Flooding disaster came and destroyed my farm. To even eat with my family is very difficult. Before we feed 3 times in a day, but since the flooding affecting us, to even eat 2 times is very difficult. With this help, my life is okay to me. So I can be able to feed up with my family. And I can be able to establish my farm and I will make it large and also buy some net and with some equipment to start another new life.
In Lagos State, project participants were drawn from Agboyi 1, 2, and 3 communities. Other communities include Ilaje, Okwagbon, and Bapa communities, all in Agboyi-Ketu Local Council Development Area. The project is supporting 71 households with conditional cash transfers of 200,000 naira each, while 61 households will be supported with unconditional cash transfers of 60,000 naira each.
Yeah, we first and foremost we need to thank the SOS Children Village of Nigeria for this presentation of cash donation to people of Agboyi concerning the flood that happened last year in the community. They came here last year to go around and see the damage of the flood, and they promised to come back and assist. So today we are here today, and to God be the glory. About 105 people or so, 115 people were giving a donation of 200,000 naira each.
I'm so excited because I did not expect it. But God has blessed us. God knows why He directed them to this place. Because we have been suffering, we have been managing. At times, the water will take up all our properties and we'll be crying. Like me, I have many things in the house that are spoiled. But I thank God for this kind gesture that God has, sent it to us.
Because if for here, we need something like this so that children can go to school. There's many children that are not going to school. There is many, they are kiri, they are selling market, which is not supposed to be so. And here, we cannot plant anything here. If we come, we can't plant. If you plant it, the salt water, it will kill it.
SOS Children's Village's National Director for Nigeria, Egosa Eronze, acknowledges the challenges and reiterates that rural communities lack the material resources as well as the access to social safety nets that could help them build resilience and better prepare them for climate-induced disasters.
Last year, there was a flood flash that ravaged a whole lot of states, and Lagos State was one of them, and other states. Of course, children become more vulnerable when this kind of situation happens, this kind of disaster happens. So it's utmost responsibility to respond to that call and try to find a balance around how we can support the families and the community to reduce the impacts, as it were.
While many parts of Nigeria are prone to annual floods, the extent of flood damage has become more severe in recent years. In some areas, homes and neighborhoods have been completely submerged by floodwaters. Nigeria's meteorological agency has warned that the flooding could worsen in 2023 in some states in the south of the country. The agency has urged local governments to prepare accordingly. SOS Children's Villages anticipate that the Humanitarian Action for Flood-Affected Families project will help participating households build resilience on their path to recovery and stability.
My advice is all that should learn from SOS, the Children's Village in Nigeria, so that it will go around and others, the community, they will benefit more, because as we can see that they need assistance. So others should copy them and they should move it.